What's up guys? So in this video we're going to be looking at kill zone sessions. We're going to look at the indicator that I use. There are different ones out there, feel free to use whichever ones you want to use, but I'll show you my templates. And essentially what we'll do is we'll have a look at the rules around our timings, because we don't want to be trading too early, we don't want to be trading too late. We don't want to be trading in dead zones, we want to be trading where there's liquidity in the market, which is around London Open and around New York Open. Okay, and also the stock market, US stock open. So that's why we have our trading windows, not only for that reason, but also because we don't want to be glued to the charts all day. This is a really zen way of trading because it's mechanical. You're not getting stressed out trying to connect all the dots on the lower time frames. It's black and white, the trade is there or it's not. So essentially, we want to be trading in those time windows. Set your alerts around fractals, set your alerts around EQBs if you're at the wrong side of the range on the 4 hour, and go back and perhaps just check the 4H closes. But enjoy other things in life. That's the great benefit of taking 15-minute entries as opposed to lower time frame entries. Okay, so let's look at kill zone sessions. So kill zone sessions. So we call it kill zone well because we see manipulation happen. We see market movers run sell side or buy side liquidity when we've seen perhaps just before London Open, just before New York kill zone, or just after at 1:30 in the afternoon. So at 8:30 New York time, 1:30 UK time, we see a lot of liquidity pumped into the market. So we can trade both sessions. You can trade one or the other, whichever one fits your lifestyle, because that's the whole point of this approach, is to make trading work for you. So you can take trades on your phone at work. So you can take trades if you're on a school run. I've been missing out on quite a lot of liquid moves because of the school run. So this is a great addition to my own personal trading, and it has been for about 2 months now. So let's just have a look at kill zone again, and we'll look at the indicator and just give you a reminder of the rules. So we're just looking at just a simple bit of structure mapping. We've seen the last break is one candle followed by a retrace. So this is a reversal bias. Again, we'll cover that in the 4 hour directional framework videos. But so essentially we'll be looking for buys in discount, right? So I have the Asia range showing, which is midnight till 0600 UK time. I have the New York session on, and the New York kill zone session is 1 PM until 15:30, and London session is 07:30 till 10 AM. Now, let's just fast forward a little bit. Okay, now we don't want to be taking a trade if the initial sweep of liquidity, so the sweep of fractal liquidity, is before 7:30. So if the 7 o'clock candle sweeps it, but then we get an extended sweep entry, again we'll cover the 2 entry types in the execution videos, but it must be after 7:30. Okay, the sweep and the entry must be post 7:30, and the same with New York, it must be post 1 PM. Okay, there's a lot of fake moves that happen around Frankfurt Open, so it's better to wait for those times. Again, you'll go back, and once you start data gathering, you'll see not only is there not a great deal of opportunities that frame up, but it generally is London Open and New York. But just it's an important one. The sweep and the entry must be no earlier than 7:30 in the morning and 1 PM. Okay, so if we look here, we have we're in discount, so we'll just map the 15-minute range on. So follow it. It was here to here. We made a new high, following 50-minute range. When I say 50-minute range, guys, I'm referring to the MRL. We're only using the 4H range, which is the MRL, and the 15-minute range, which is the MRL. I'm not interested in swings, so let's keep it super simple. That's how it needs to be. So again, if you hear me referring to 50-minute range, I'm talking about the order flow range, okay, not the swing range. And the same with the 4 hour. So we're in this sideways range. We've seen this wick. So we just move it, and we use these range mapping using the fractals, how we map it out. We'll cover that in the 15-minute range mapping video. So we can see here, this was our bearish MRL, okay, from this most recent high to this low. So we see the 7:30 candle sweep, this external liquidity. So this is external range sweep. Okay, it's happening outside of the range. We're sweeping the MRO. Now we have 1 candle, 2 candle, 3 candle. You'd be setting a buy stop using the extended sweep on this candle, no tag, this candle, no tag. And again, just for visual purposes, we'd be setting our buy stop here. 1 to 3 exit. Okay. So you were taking a hit on that one. And you want to take a re-entry. One to 3. That first one will take you in and out. Send it sweep. 8:45, so we're still in session. So entry number 2 available. So you would be tagged into position then. Target. So a nice 2% day. So just a quick example there of an extended sweep. But that's how we use our kill zones, guys. Okay, so another thing to note is if you have an order and you don't get filled until 10:30, let's say it's the 10 a.m. candle which closes, which is the sweep candle, and you've got a buy stop, cancel the order. You want to be getting in this trade during the kill zone. So the sweep and the entry must happen between 7:30 and 10 and 1 p.m. and 3:30. Okay, that's when we see masses of liquidity pumped into the market. So we want to be involved with that manipulation. We're trading away from the sweep. That's the concept that we're seeing around these fractals. Okay, so again, Asia, you don't need to add that as a confluence at all. That's just to separate the three sessions. But we're only looking at trade in London. By all means, if you want to test Asia, you can do if it's your time zone. But London and New York kill zone is what I trade in the UK. So yeah, let's have a look at the indicator. So it is FX Market Sessions by Boytoki. There is another one here which is just the vertical lines. So again, you can just use whichever one you want, but this is the one that I like, and you can sort of tweak it. So excuse me, I don't like seeing it on the 4 hour. It's only relevant for me on the 15-minute. If we're not in the right half of the range, I'm not going to follow the kill zone. I'm going to wait for price to come back, and then I'm going to drop down to 15-minute. If it's in the right side of the range and it's within London or New York kill zone. So 15 minutes is fine. And you can, if you go to inputs, always have it as GMT +1 or matching your time zone, which also matches your trading view. Super important. History, like 1 means 1 block of 3. If you change that to, let's say, 3, you'll see another 3 lots of the 3 sessions, or the sessions that you've got in your settings. I only like to see the most recent. Again, I'm not too interested in the other sessions. You can change the colour here. This is the time zone. Asia, and we don't need to. If you put box, nothing's happening. Because my thickness is on 0, that's why. So you can have a line around it if you want, or if you want that as a sandwich, it's just 2 horizontal lines. I prefer to have it like so. So it's just a shadow. The transparency on 94, 95. And that's really it in terms of your session. Just make sure that they always align. So don't just rely to look on the indicator. It's there to help us as a guide, but always just hover over the candles and check. So entry and sweep must be, again, between 7:30 and 10 a.m. and entry and sweep again for New York between 1 p.m. and 3:30. Not interested in trading in between or after that, guys. Okay, moving on to the next video where we'll be covering some range mapping.